Yo, how's it going, guys? Welcome back to another video. And today I'm going to be trying to do a commentary. I have to say, doing a commentary is definitely not my strongest, what is it, like? Strongest thing. Strongest attributes, in YouTube. See, as you can tell right now, I can't think of any words. And yeah, the reason why that is because I just can't think of the words sometimes, and like, you know, it's hard to say stuff off the top of my head. Hopefully I get this alright. So, basically, I'm going to be talking about... Okay. Basically, I'm going to be talking about how I got good at Bedwars. And I know I made, like, other tutorials like this before. But this isn't really a tutorial. It's sort of like half a story, because I realize that people do like, them story kind of stuff that I do. It's like half a story and also sort of like a tutorial, and this video will help you, you know. If you're a player seeking to get really good at the game, I feel like this video will help a lot. So... goodbye. I'm just going to talk about, like, way back when I was really bad at the game. I'm sorry to break it to you guys, but the account I'm using right now technically is not my first account. So my 20 FKDR on this account is fake, but then again, you could definitely say that about, like, the majority of accounts of 20 FKDR. Almost all the accounts that have high FKDR, like 20 to 10, usually aren't first accounts. But that doesn't really mean that they're, like, not very good players or anything. I think the main reason as to why I'm not using my main account is because my main account, it would take 15,000 final kills to get 5 FKDR. Now that's insane, okay, because, hold on a second, I'm being rushed by Aqua. The requirements I usually have is like 10 FKDR, okay? And like 15,000 for 5, that's half of my FKDR. So I guess there's an issue with like how people rank skill, you know? Some people are like, yeah, we should rank skill on FKDR. And that works to some extent, but when you have people like, when you have people with like 10 FKDR, usually they're ults, so either people with 10 FKDR are really bad, or they're really good, you know, because if you just start off an ult and you get 10 FKDR, you're pretty bad at the game, and that's kind of how this ult happened, because I made this ult when I still wasn't very good at the game. I kind of developed on it, you know, and I got good from playing with other players that were good. But that's kind of irrelevant. I've kind of went off topic here, okay? So, when I was really bad at the game, I used to main fours, and to get my teammates, all I'd do was just go into lobby 1 and say, like, you know, 1 out of 4, 100 plus. And that would mean stars, okay? That wouldn't mean FKDR. My bed's gone, isn't it? This is really annoying. I just got double rushed. I'm pretty sure... Okay, he's coming over. He's coming over. This better not be. Ooh, is he going for my base? He is going for my base. Okay. Nope. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it, man. Don't do it. Don't do it. No, my bed's gone. Oh my gosh. I could have easily prevented that if it wasn't all the way across the map. Okay. Oh my gosh, he has Iron Sword. Whew. My hits, they're not registering. I need to get out of here, man. This is bad. Okay. Okay, I'll try and talk a little bit now. So, back when I was bad, I would find parties with people with 100 stars, and I'd play with them, and, you know, by that time, I would average, like, 40 FKDR. Go away. He just listened to me. He was like, yeah, sure, I'll leave. Okay, then. So, you know, I'd play the game and I'd get 40 final kills and then take 1 final death. That's how I'd usually, like... That's how much final kills I'd usually get. Basically, like, when I was doing that, I thought, hey, I'm just gonna make an ult because, you know, my stats really did not reflect my skill level, okay? At the time, I thought, like, when people ask for 10 FKDR, they're asking for people who literally get 10 final kills and take a final death. That's definitely not how it works, okay? I usually ask people who get like 100 final kills and take a final death. Usually more, so... yeah, my standards were horrible there. I created a new account, and I decided from the new account that I was going to try and aim to get better at the game, okay? Because from my old account, whenever I played, I would always Q-dodge fours. And in my opinion, I think fours is probably the least skilled mode. You don't really need to be very good at the game to win at fours. So I'm saying that's a pretty good beginner mode, I'd say, but if you want to get better at the game, you should probably play solos or doubles. Now, the reason why I'd say solos is the best for getting good at the game is because these are basically 1v1s, you know, like, so I'm hashtag 217 for overall solo wins, and I think I have like 2k wins in solos. In solos, all it really is 1v1s, and simple 1v1s can help you get better at the game, because solos is the mode that requires the most game sense, okay? In solos, you need to, like, really use your brain, okay? You gotta really figure out, like, strategies in order to win, rather than just being good at PvP. I won the game because that guy just walked off by himself. Okay, then. So yeah, back then I decided that, you know, I'd create an ult and just... This guy knows me. What is this? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. There's a guy in the game that knows me. Oh my gosh. How does he know me? I'm nicked. I'm literally nicked. Okay, time to get targeted. This is the issue. If you're a YouTuber, you have a huge disadvantage. He said, pretty sure that Nick's Panda. I'm gonna say who? Yeah, he has no idea. He'll never suspect a thing, alright? But basically, yeah, on my alt account, or my now main account, I decided that I'll try and play, some Bedwars solos to try and get better at the game. And I also decided that, you know, because usually when I play 4s, I would Q dodge, and that meant that, like, every single player who was good at the game, I would just leave on, so I wouldn't have to fight any good players. And I decided, like, when I was going to play solos, I wasn't going to Q-dodge, and I was going to fight good players, because I feel like it was needed and necessary, since if I want to get good, I can't really just get good from fighting bad players, and I feel like that was, like, a good choice, you know. Personally, I still don't Q-dodge in solos, but games like doubles, I usually Q-dodge on them, because my teammates tend to Q-dodge a lot, and, you know, I can't really find many good teammates that don't Q-dodge. I got him. Okay, that was very close. So yeah, that's kind of an issue with playing with teammates, but in solos you can do whatever you want, you know. I know a lot of people might be complaining like, oh yeah, but my stats are gonna die if I don't Q-dodge. I feel like it's worth it. If you're trying to get good at the game, you know, you can get 10 FKDR without Q-dodging, okay? It should be fine. And basically, the way I got good from here, this is like the one thing which just made me get better at the game, okay, is whenever I died, I would just look at the replay and figure out why I died. And just doing this, like this by itself, can literally just turn final deaths into a good thing, okay? Because usually when we take final deaths, we just get, I don't know, depressed and think we're horrible at the game, but when you go back and look at how you took the final death on a replay, you can, like, sort of figure out... Goodbye. Okay. But basically, every time you look at a replay after taking a final death, you can figure out why you took that final death. And then the next game, you can try to do something that will prevent you taking that final death. And the reason why this is so helpful is because, basically, whenever you look at how you took a final death and stop it, you're getting better at the game. Because that way, this guy's got 100% got obby. You have obby. Okay, I'm stabbing my subscribers. There we go. Every time you figure out how you died, you can figure out how you could have not died in that situation, and then implement that into your other games. So, for example, if I figured out that I died because, I don't know, I didn't bridge high up enough, then I can just, you know, take that information in, and then in my next games, I can bridge up higher. It's just like that, and once you start doing that, you'll get better at the game, automatically. It's kind of a really simple, like, learning from your mistakes method, which I really don't think enough people really try out. A lot of people think, like, oh, if I just play for ages, then I'll get better at the game, but really, if you play for a long time, it doesn't necessarily make you better. You will get better from playtime, but if you try and, like, figure out why you died and try and figure out how to get better at the game, then you're definitely gonna get better quicker. So yeah, that's my advice. Just go into your replays every time you take a final death and try and figure something out and try and figure out how you took that final death and what not to do. Because once you figure out what not to do, you'll get better at the game. Now, obviously, this can apply to so many other different modes, not only solos. I just feel like solos is the mode where it works best because, in my opinion, solos is the hardest mode. So, you know, it took me a lot of time to actually get good at this mode, especially when I'm not Q-dodging. Ah! Why? Why is he fireballing me so much? Dude, how fast is this gen for this man to have, like, 1,000,000 fireballs? Oh my gosh. Also, I think another way you can get better at the game is, like, if you were to watch your teammates. So, I know a while ago I played with some teammates, and he was insane at the game. So, I decided to, like, watch how he was playing, and then try and get better from sort of figuring out his strategy and how he's getting better. Like, I learned stuff like when you should buy golden apples just by watching the replay and looking at how he's better. By the way, to watch replays, you do need VIP rank, so that's kind of a downside to this method of getting better, but, you know, this guy just called me a sweat. Is that a compliment or an insult? It's pretty hard to tell, to be honest. I have no idea. Just die, please. At least I don't stay at the base and spam fireballs. GG. Alright, so I'm going to try and find a replay where I took a final death, and I'll try and show you why I died. Here we go. This is my bed being destroyed, and I can remember how this happened. So basically, I died to a first rush, and honestly, first rushes in solo Bedwars are literally essential. Now, excuse my horrible gameplay, okay, because I really was not paying enough attention here. As you can see, what happened here was I wasn't looking behind me, or I just wasn't doing anything at all. Like, I could have pressed F3 or something like this and looked behind me to try and figure out that some guy was bridging above me, but, you know, instead, I sort of messed up, and this guy definitely managed to kill me. If I was just a little bit higher above this guy, I would have had the high ground and it would have been much easier to kill that guy. So, I guess in future I should probably just press F3 more in my bridges and try and figure out when people are behind me. Also maybe bridging up a little bit higher would work too, since this guy did sort of tower up to the sky, but you know. And yeah, if I implement that into my other games, then I should just be able to get better at the game, you know? Like, already, that's some advice that I've made up by myself just to figure out how to get better at the game, you know? So yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye. Oh yeah, and by the way, I also have a few other tutorials, so there's probably one on the screen right now, and if you check the description, there'll be some other tutorials I've made. If you want to get better at the game, I'd recommend watching these, and yeah, for real this time. Bye.